ladies and gentlemen, Byron Rogers here, and I am just excited that you're here with me on this second video of our teaching From Pain to Pleasure. Remember, I'm here to help you live a deliberate life in accordance with your purpose in order to help you reach your destiny. And pain, sometimes if we do not understand it correctly and orient ourselves to it correctly, can really cause blockages and stoppages in the progress on the road to our own progressive evolution. So I want to congratulate you for getting to the second video in the series. I want to thank you for honoring me and allowing me to speak into your life and spending time with me on these videos. I want to thank the people that left comments, and I want you to know it's an honor and a privilege that I personally can respond to those. Not no one of my staff responds to them. I personally respond to those comments, and it is with joy, and I'm honored that you would ask me these questions. I wanna move forward into this teaching, and really I want to build your level of understanding about what we're going to do today. I'm sure you can look at the duration of time on this video and you can see how long this video truly is, and that is for a very important reason. The video is long because the principles that I'm going to illuminate, that I'm going to serve to you today, are absolutely, extremely powerful and life-changing. I promise you that after today, if you can grasp and wrap your mind around these principles, if you can add the reality-creating currency that you have of belief to these principles, that your life will not be the same. It will be improved in a very positive, meaningful, empowering way. You will have more power to create the reality that you truly desire, the reality that will make you happy, the reality that is in alignment with your infinite self and higher nature. I can guarantee you that this time we're going to spend together is extremely valuable, and that if you can stay with me and follow me for the entire duration of this video, that your life will never be the same, and it'll be improved and in a very positive way. So, without any further ado, I also want to actually say to you that these principles in this video are taken directly from a scientific process that I've developed, like I mentioned last time, called the alchemy of the mind. And that's really all about finding your purpose and creating a life that's in accordance with your higher purpose, so that you can enjoy the most fulfillment and the most dominion and power and peace of mind during your time here on this planet. So these principles are powerful. They're proven to work. They're time tested, and it is with great honor that I'm here to bring them to you. Ladies and gentlemen, now is your chance. Now is your chance to step into the power that you have as a human being, to create your reality, to move past and leave things out of your life that really truly should not have bearing on the way you feel in this moment. This is your chance to free yourself of past pain. This is your chance to free yourself of anxiety about the future. This is your chance to understand the infinite nature of your being, the indestructible nature of your being. Today we're going to raise your level of consciousness, of understanding, of awareness about who and what you truly are, because there are some things that have been slipped over your mind because of the way our society is designed. Because our society is designed to drive the economy. Our society is designed to keep us working and keep our heads down. And so understanding things on the path of our higher nature and who we truly are as human beings instead of human doings, all of this stuff is really greatly overlooked in the hustle bustle of the appropriate need to survive in our world because of the way things are set up. So it's nothing you've done wrong, and it's really nothing to be mad at even society for. It's just the way things are. It's very easy for an individual to lose sight and grips of their own true power in today's hustle, bustle, fast-paced world full of screens of insignificant minutia and distractions from who you truly are. So today is your chance to step into yourself, find and own your true power and own your true purpose, and really find freedom from some of the things that may have caused you pain in the past. Reality consciousness is something that I've found, I've modified, I've used with many clients in Orange County, California, where I work. I use this principle to help people get over pain that they're dealing with. But more importantly, these principles are time tested. I pulled these principles from something called Buddhist mindfulness, and People over in Asia have been using these principles for literally thousands of years. These principles have been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So when you're looking at these principles, and they may be new to some of us, especially out in the West, I want you to understand that you can do this. People have done this. People do this on a regular basis. People destroy, they crush the pain they experienced from the past, and they're free of anxiety they experience in the future by using these tips and principles and tactics and strategies I'm going to explain to you today. That you can be free from what's happened in your past no matter what it is. You can be free from it, and today is your day to be free from it. So when you listen to the things I'm telling you, know that this isn't new information. This stuff is older than our parents, and it's been known to work and proven to work in a scientific fashion over the duration of literally hundreds of years. So as we look at time now, we look at linear time and the things that you've had happen in your past, and the things that are looming on the future. There's something we need to understand about linear time and reality that we're in right now. And linear time is simply that everything in the past, understanding how to look at and read linear time in a way that's going to empower you, is understanding that everything in the past has happened, but it is sensory information. The past is data. It's not you, it's data. So don't try to identify with it. Okay, the future is also still sensory information. It's data. It's not really necessarily even accurate as to what you believe will happen. So as you look at your past and as you deal with your past and the things that happen, remember what we're going to do today, and what I'm going to start instructing you to do is to disassociate your emotional identity, your identity and who you are from what's happened in your past by understanding the past is data. Those are moments in time that have come and have gone, which means what? That everything that happened in the past happened in a moment of the present that was alive. And once it happens in the past, once it goes into the past, right now during this conversation we're having, moments are living and dying, and things that you're doing, that you're thinking, are being solidified in the past, and they're living and they're dying. So things that happen within your past, after they've happened and you have now moved through time and space to a new place, those things are dead. And the only way for those things to live on is through your consciousness. Your consciousness is what you use to create reality. Your consciousness is what you use to affect and change the reality you walk in. So if something happens to you in the past, it's dead, it's gone. The only way for it to move into your current moment, your now, which is all you have, is by you dwelling on it, thinking on it, and identifying yourself with it. And you know if you identify yourself with it, because it speaks to your whole entire being. It speaks to your core. There are emotions that come up as a result of you identifying with something that's happened in a dead, far gone, past moment. So the art is, when you're looking at the past and when you're looking at the future, the same is true of the future. The future is data, sensory information that may or may not happen in what is what? The present moment that you're going to have moving along as you move through your life in a linear fashion. It will always be, it always has been, and always will be the present moment. The present moment's all you have had, all ever will have, and all you have is now, this moment. So the future exists now. The future exists today. The future exists in every single moment now, because the future is simply a result of your power over the present moment to do what is necessary now and here. So there is nothing to fear, nothing to be nervous about in the future, because you literally can create and change and mold and influence this future by being 100% invested psychologically within your present moment now. And as you are invested in this moment right here with me now, you're going to be able to step in and use all the power of your being to do what's necessary for tomorrow, so that tomorrow is not something to be feared. Tomorrow is something you can step into, and it looks the way you want it to look, and you can face challenges in the most appropriate way because you've accepted reality, which is this moment. And everything having to do with this moment, and you've done the best you can to influence things that come into our future. So before I get started with this lesson, I want you guys to really just start to relax. I want to raise your level of consciousness. I want you to step into the moment with me. I want you to focus intensely on what I'm saying. I want you to really just relax, power down, step out of your life situation, the bills you have to pay, the messy room. Step out of that. Take your consciousness out of that. All the things that are trying to fight for your attention right now on your computer or on your phone. Step out of all of that, and I want you to just get super conscious with me, step into this moment with me, and just start breathing with me. Breathe in 4 seconds. Breathe, hold it for 2, breathe out 4 seconds. Start breathing with me, and let's have this conversation in a meaningful, powerful way. All right, so are you ready to start breathing? Let's go. In. Hold it for 2. There you go. In. There you go. You're starting to relax, starting to feel that. In. Let's do one more. In. And back out. Now, as you're relaxed, all right, let's have this conversation in a meaningful, focused way so I can give you the gift I have for you that's going to help you on the road to your own greater destiny, purpose, and future. I want to encourage you to imagine the way your life's going to look when you can get over the thing that you're worried about, when you can get over the thing that's caused you pain, when you can step out of the past, and when you can look at the future in a way that's empowering, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you're indestructible, you're an indestructible being. That no matter what happens, you're safe. You're okay. It's going to be okay. No matter what has happened, you're safe. You're okay, and you're going to be okay. You're always going to be okay. Because you don't exist in any of those places. You exist now, here. I want you to imagine what your life's going to look like, the freedom you're going to have, the fulfillment you're going to have, the ability to be present with loved ones that you're going to have. All those amazing things that come from living life from a place of confidence. Living life from a place of deliberation, a place of purpose. So as we look at moving past these blockages, I want you to figure out why you want to do this, why you want to let go of those things in the past, why you want to face the future in a more brave and deliberate way. And I want you to keep those things in the forefront of your mind. Is it so you can love people better? Is it so you can step into the future you want to create with boldness and go after that thing that you're afraid of going after? What is your reason? What is your why for wanting to get rid of your pains that you're experiencing, past or future, or even present? So learning to stay in the present moment is one of the most important things in terms of living a life of purpose, in terms of living free, in terms of living a life of deliberation, in terms of living a life in accordance to your higher nature and creating what you want to create. For me, and you remember the story I told you in the last video about how I transitioned from my job, the Marine Corps at the time, into civilian life, and over the course of just a few months, by applying these principles, I was able to make six figures, and even furthermore, I broke past 6 figures by applying these principles in my life and really creating my life with deliberation. Okay, but what would it have looked like for me if I would have exited the Marine Corps and was lost in the whirlwind of stress and time, in the whirlwind of unreality, which is not what's really happening, but what you're worried about happening, or what you're upset about having happened in the past? What would have happened? What would that have spelled for me when I met those 2 gentlemen? Would I have even met those 2 gentlemen in that night in the bar, or would I have been so lost in my own fear and doubt and being afraid that I wouldn't have even attracted those 2 gentlemen within my reality? Would they have looked at me and instead of seeing a confident, able-bodied young Marine, would they have just seen like some guy who, you know, just has a dead-end job and is going nowhere and knows he's going nowhere and doesn't believe in himself? What would they have seen? Because energetically, the way that I would have been holding my posture, the way that my torus around my body, my energy, your energetic field around your body, the information I would have been communicating emotionally, the resonance within my voice, all of these things, they play a factor in your everyday life. And they come from the emotional quality of your life. Okay, they come from your subconscious, they come from your soul. So as I move through life, if I was stuck in the fact that I didn't know how I was going to feed my family moving forward into the future, I would have shown up in reality much differently than I did as a result of being present in the very same present moment. Knowing that I don't know how I'm going to feed my family, and knowing that I didn't want to stay in the Marine Corps based on what happened in the past, I still was able to shut those things out and stay present with what I need to do now is be as professional and courteous and aware or conscious of my environment in a way to attract the people that are going to help me change my life and create the reality I want to create, because I know this is an environment where these people and these individuals are. So all I need to do is put my best foot forward. All I need to do is act and operate by faith and stay faithful to the cause, to the purpose of my life. And like watering a flower, it's going to bloom. So that's what I did. I stayed present. I kept making opportunities for reality, for the universe, for God, whatever you want to call it. I kept making opportunities and showing and walking by faith that this is what I want, this is what's going to happen, and I used my consciousness to create that. And that's exactly what happened. So as you think about this, or as you think about my story, you know, I want you to really grasp the fact that not buying into the fear of the past and buying into the fear of the present, they're both just different types of fear. Fear doesn't usually operate with you in reality. Fear is a choice. That's another video, but when you're looking at me moving through my situation, or when you're looking at your situation, or even if you have a situation in the past where you did it right, think about it. If you get caught up in the anxiety of the future or the past, the depression of what happened, you're going to be showing up in every single moment of your every single day life in reality in a way that's disempowering, in a way that's weakening, in a way that is not going to help you create the life and the results you want. And in fact, it's going to have you repeat situations within your life that you don't want. And this is why the thing we fear the most very often comes upon us. This is why people repeat negative relationships. They have an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend problem where you start noticing in their life there's a trend. They keep dating the same type of people, the same person again and again and again. And you find yourself, you know, wondering like, hey, like we've talked about this, I've spoken to you about how this is bad, I'm your friend, I'm going through this with you, or maybe it's you're the one. Maybe you're the one asking for advice but not able to actually apply it because you keep creating the same reality in your life. You know, maybe you're the one that everyone's telling you, hey, you need to stop creating the same results. But why do you keep creating the same results? Why do you keep creating the same results? You keep creating the same results because what you are focusing on. And people that keep creating the same results, quick side note, so there's a joke about people that ask you for advice, but don't ever take your advice. You know what they call them? They call them ask holes. They're ask holes. They ask you a question, you tell them the answer, the advice, and then they go back to doing the same thing that they used to do. I thought it was funny. I think it's funny. But anyways, so back to what I was talking about. The act, just our act of being in reality, and what we focus on is an act of creation. Okay? Where consciousness flows, where your focus flows, energy goes, and matter follows energy. That's the scientific principle. Remember, matter follows energy, so where your consciousness flows is where your energy goes. Either physical energy, your energetic being, your attraction, all of these things, they all flow where you're focused. There's a science experiment that was conducted a while back called the Phantom DNA experiment. You can go ahead and Google it or look it up, however you want to research it, but it's called the Phantom DNA experiment, where scientists created a vacuum, okay, which is just basically a place in time and space that consists of nothing, or at least the closest we can get to nothing, and they placed inside this vacuum photons, which are little tiny pieces of light that our whole entire world, our whole reality is created out of these photons. And within that vacuum, they place photons and they place one other material, just one other material. And that material was human DNA, in order to see what would happen to the photons by the actual presence, just the presence of human DNA. And what did they find? They found that the human DNA actually changed the shape of these two light particles, of these photons. So the photons were being normal and acting perfectly fine until the presence of the human DNA was introduced. And then they took a shape, they changed, and they stayed that way. And they never went back to being the same. So what this tells us is that our very presence, what we're focusing on, the energetic quality, the energetic quality around our being, which is called a torus. That's something else you can research, or I'll put some information about that underneath this video, which is really just the way we affect reality energetically and emotionally, is literally communicating with others and your environment based on your emotional quality as you go through life. This is interesting stuff, but it's extremely powerful. So this is why you must stay in the present moment, where there is way less fear, way less pain, and way less anxiety. Because right now, as you're watching this video, there are things you have a choice to worry about, and there are things you have a choice to be upset about. But in this moment, right now, as we're watching this video, what's truly wrong? Is there anything that is truly wrong in this moment? There's nothing. No one has a gun to your head. Okay, there are bills that need to be paid. There are things that need to be done in order to affect a coming moment effectively. And that's looking at the future, not even at the past. In this moment, you and I are here, and we're breathing, and you're watching this video, and you are okay. The only way you can experience pain right now in this moment is by identifying with the past or identifying with the future. Saying, I am that hurt that happened to me, or saying, I am afraid of something that's coming right now. But in this moment, right now, in reality, in what is reality, you are fine, and so am I. How do you remain present in the moment? How did I remain present in the present moment when I was going through what I was going through? When I was afraid of not knowing how I was going to feed my family because it was time to get out of the military. How did I find a way to be present? I found, you ready for this? I found my purpose. I found my purpose. You need to find your purpose. That is how you stay present within the present moment, because once you found your purpose, you're going to be consumed by doing what is necessary in reality to create the future and expression that is in alignment with your purpose. Once you find that purpose, you're going to be occupied with doing the thing that matters to you, which is creating that purpose and manifesting and reaching your goal that's in alignment with that purpose. Now, there's a lot of anxiety around finding purpose because people believe that finding your purpose is like this big thing. It's like for your whole entire life. No. You're not going to try and find your destiny right now. Your destiny will unfold. All right? You're going to look to find your purpose, which is, purpose is fluid. Purpose is ever evolving and changing. Purpose is like a battle within a war. So a war is the ultimate. World War II, World War III. This is a war, right? This is the whole big picture. Purpose, that's the whole book, if you will. Purpose is a chapter. This is my purpose right now. And what I'm supposed to do is do what's necessary in alignment with my purpose in order to eventually go purpose to purpose to purpose and reach my destiny. So how do you fight against the anxiety of the future and the fear of the past? Is to find your purpose in every single moment. Find your purpose, what you're doing for this chapter in your life, and to walk in the present moment to create that thing. And then once you've found that purpose, things that happen in your past can propel you towards that purpose. Because when you find your true purpose that's in alignment with where you are and who you are, what's going to happen is you're going to think about your past, and that's going to be part of your reason why. Because that past has contributed to the makeup of your being. And then that thing that's in the future is going to be in alignment with the reason why you're doing what you're doing. You're going to find your why. And so everything that happens to you is going to be in alignment with moving you forward to what you want to create. every single failure is going to teach you a lesson now because you have a purpose. Instead of a failure destroying you and stopping you. If you have a purpose, every failure, it simply means you understand one more way that something won't work in alignment with doing what you want to do. That's the only thing it can mean. Because you know where you're going, you know what you're going to create, you know what you want to create, and now you know one more way that won't work. So find your purpose. That is going to defend you against the sulking and staying, keeping your identity and keeping your reality in the past. Because once you find your purpose, you're going to identify with why you're here. Not who you were, not where you're going. You're going to identify with why you're here right now. And that is part of the true power of purpose. And in Alchemy of the Mind, I take you through a whole 7-step video series. Is like 7 hours of finding your purpose, and we just get in there and we just really rework that thing until we have it dialed in real tight. So find your purpose. That will defend you from identifying with the past and identifying with the future, which is really to step outside of reality, this moment. So now I'm going to give you 3 different principles that are going to help you apply this. And once you understand these 3 principles, it's really going to help you move through life in accordance and walking in the power of this. The first one is simply that linear time is information. It is not really identification, okay? Linear time is information, not identification. So as you move through your life and as you use your vision to see your life, you need to understand that the past and the future is just information. It's sensory data. It's things you've learned from, things that you need to move forward and operate and create, and that everything that happens within the line of your life, within the timeline of your life, is simply information. It's not for you to identify with it. And you know if you're identifying with it if you have emotions and feelings attached to it. The second one is simply that the future is now. The future is in this moment with you. This future, your future, is hinging upon what you do today, right now, presently. You are creating your future in alignment with what you believe, what you don't believe, in alignment with your faith, in alignment with your fear. You are literally right now creating the future. As I try and stretch your raise your consciousness about these different principles within your life, you are going to go now and create your future. And hopefully, you're going to create your future more deliberately, understanding that the future exists now. Plant the seeds now for the future that you want to live at a later date is simply really what I'm getting at. Okay? And the third one is, this one's huge in society. You don't need to find yourself. Okay? You don't need to go through reality trying to find who you are and all of these things. You need to create yourself. You need to create something based on who you are. You need to create a reality based on who you are. You need to become or find a way to be. You're going to be and become a reality. Don't look to find yourself in the world, but rather look to create yourself in the world, because that is what you're doing. Every single thing that happens to you is going into your consciousness, is going to your subconscious, your emotional memory of absolutely everything, but it is also your soul. It remembers every decision you've ever made in your whole entire life, ever, the way you felt about everything. So you're not finding yourself. The fact is, as you go through life, you are creating yourself based on what you're choosing to do, based on what you're experiencing. Everything is being recorded in your subconscious, in your soul. So this is extremely powerful. You are you, but you are creating who you are going to be, because the future is now. Everything that matters is now. So the problem that we're all dealing with right now, and this is totally normal, totally natural, is society has taught us that we're only valuable based on what we've done. Based on what we've done, where we're going, what we have, what we've accumulated. And this is a lie. Okay? What you've done, what you're doing is good. But the reason it is not your value is because it is secondary to a bigger truth, to a deeper truth, to a more powerful, empowering truth. And that is who you are. It's secondary, and it's simply a byproduct of what you are. You are a human being. And as a human being, you create reality. You walk through this world and you create reality using the currency you have of belief. And that is why you are valuable. That is why you are successful now. That's why in this present moment, you are valuable no matter how far you've gotten in life, no matter what you've done in life, no matter what you've created in life, no matter how many things you have. You're valuable because you can create and attain anything you want. Henry Ford had like a 3rd grade education. You can do and create and be and manifest in magnificent ways. And so for what you do and what you acquire, those are byproducts of a deeper truth, a more powerful reality, which is what and who you are. You are a human being. You are infinitely powerful to create. Anything is possible when there's a human being there. If you don't believe me, think about, the reality of airplanes. We literally bend metal and fly through the sky. The reality of your touchstone, your touchscreen cell phone that you might be watching me on, just the reality of your laptop. Think about the human beings that have created these amazing things. And they were all in alignment with their higher nature. They all had to get inspired. They all used intuition. And that's what we're getting into next is how to tap into that. That still small voice inside of you that will lead you and guide you, and that will lay out and show you the secrets of this world, of this life, the infinite intelligence that's all around us, the field, as science calls it. But first, we're gonna, and that's what the loop of destiny is all about, is walking in alignment with that, your higher nature, becoming super conscious and staying super conscious. But that's another conversation. For today, for moving through and past your pains, you need to understand your true value, who you truly are. You're not valuable because of what you've done, where you're going, and the things you've acquired. You're valuable today, right now, because you are a human being and you create reality. Okay? Just you showing up is creating reality. That is why you're valuable. And when you know that and walk in that, you will find more peace and power. This isn't an easy fix, ladies and gentlemen. It is something that you're going to have to work at. I want you to remember this. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your conversations with yourself. The quality of your life depends on the quality of the conversations you're having with yourself on a day-to-day basis. And so that's Tony Robbins. And so with these principles, you're going to become more conscious of the conversation in your head, the conversation in your mind, and you're going to start applying these principles by first paying attention to all of the little belief structures and thought processes you have about my value and if I'm good enough because of the shirt I'm wearing, or if the thing that happened to me in the past is something that makes me less than the people that are around me, or the things I'm doing, or the things I can acquire, or what I've done or do or am going to do makes me who I am. No. Know who you are. Walk in that by patrolling and paying attention to your thoughts and changing the conversation in your mind. You may have, before this video, you may have been the type of person to think that you're inferior because you don't have name brand stuff on, or because you grew up poor, you don't think you're educated. Okay? Now, moving forward, you're going to know that no matter what, where I come from, no matter what's happened to me in the past, no matter what pain has taken place in my life, in this moment, I can create and be and do anything I want, because I can learn anything I want. Once I decide to, I can learn anything I want. I can do what's necessary to acquire anything I want. And the history books of our world are riddled with people who grasp this one reality and they leverage it. Think of all the victories. Think about the fact that the world used to be flat as far as everyone was concerned, and someone figured out it was round, and they went after that. They created that. They didn't create that. They understood that, and they lived accordingly. Think about the fact that countries have been liberated. How impossible does it seem to liberate a country? No, humans create reality. Someone stepped into that reality psychologically, energetically, and then boom, it was necessary to step into the reality of that, to create the reality of that. That's the power you have now, today, in your world. So don't let the past limit that. Don't let the future cause you to shrink back from that. The next way that you're going to step into the power that you are is we're going to go deep into your true nature right now. I'm going to help you understand the nature of your being. You, my friend, loved one, You are a three-part being. You are a triune being. Just like the sun that we see every single day is a ball of gas. It is the light that we see, and it is also heat. It is a three-part being. It's a triune being. You're a three-part being. You are a body, the physical body that we see, that we feel, that we know. But you're also a soul, which is the composite of every decision, of everything that you've made it. Your soul is your emotional driving force. Your soul is the thing that your emotions come out of. Your soul is the thing that causes you to do with emotion and feeling. And then you have a higher nature, which is a spirit, which we're going to get into exactly how these orient to you. But these three different spirit, soul, and body, this is who you are. This is what you are. This is where your true power comes from. Okay? And it is through the faculty of your physical body that you do. And this is why you experience pain in your life by only associating what you are by what you do or have done, what's happened to you, or am going to do. That's why that's so painful, because you're not honoring your true nature of spirit, soul, and body. You're a being, not a doing. So as a being, as a three-part being, there's so much more to you than what you've acquired and what you can do. And this is why we feel so out of alignment when we live from this place. So moving through here, as we move deeper into your being, we're going to understand that you have three different levels of consciousness. And so with your three different levels of consciousness, now this is where it gets really powerful. You have your focal consciousness. This is here where me and you are talking. You're understanding what I'm saying. It's all focally conscious. Your volitional, willful consciousness. You're willfully watching me right now. Okay? This is where most people stay. This is short-term vision. This is designed to help you. This is risk versus reward. This is designed to help you understand, should I kill this deer? How do I drive home from work and drive back? And even actually a lot of that your subconscious does. But should I kill this deer? Will I hurt myself? Or will I kill the deer and feed my family? Risk versus reward, logic, and all those things. Right here, focally conscious. But then you have your subconscious. And that's your body. That's your physical layer of reality. So then, and of your being. So then you have your subconscious, which is your deep, your soul. This is your energetic, your motor. This is sheer raw power. Everything you do, the reason you eat ice cream late at night is because your soul, your subconscious mind is already associated ice cream late at night with love and connection. So you can up here say, I don't want to eat ice cream because it's bad for me and I need a diet. But down here, really getting yourself to actually stop eating that ice cream, you've got to work with transmuting the energy of your soul and harnessing the energy of your subconscious, of your soul, in order to get you to stop doing that. Otherwise, because your soul drives literally 80 to 90% of your actions within your life. Okay, and that's another thing we talk about in Alchemy of the Mind and the Loop too, is how to use that to your advantage instead of your disadvantage, so you can create the life you want instead of unconsciously creating the life you have or don't want in alignment with past hurts and pains. So then you have your higher nature, your spirit. This is your serendipity. This is your intuition, your inspiration. This is the thing that sometimes you don't know why, but you have a feeling. And when you live according and do what that feeling's telling you to do, all of a sudden, boom, things work out. They just work out. You don't know why or how, but you just had a feeling. You honor that feeling and boom, things work out. You know what I mean? So learning to hear this spiritual faculty, your intuition, is extremely important. And that's something that is going to change and empower your life. Understanding these different parts of your being, how to listen to them, how to apply them. Okay? So as we look at how this affects your everyday life and past pains and future anxieties, the voice you hear in your head is your volitional willful consciousness. You've got to understand that your volitional willful consciousness is not necessarily all of you. It's not all of you by any means. It's not necessarily you on your best level. It is simply a tool that you use to problem solve and move through life. So when you start hearing this voice in your head that is nothing but like identifying with, oh, well, I'm valuable because of what I've done and where I've come from, or I'm going to be valuable when I create, when I do, but I'm not valuable now, here in this moment as a being. I'm only going to be valuable someday, or going to be valuable someday, or am valuable because? No. That's because the do part of you, your physical body, your willful, volitional mind, your problem solver, is sitting there running your whole entire body. Your ego, this is also called your ego, is running your being. So when you think about the past, you need to find a way to watch and disassociate yourself from those events by disassociating from your thoughts. Don't buy into the thoughts about inferiority or pain and things that have happened to you. Don't identify with these thoughts. You need to learn to be conscious with these thoughts, understand them, conscious with the emotions that come, understand those emotions, honor those emotions, be present with those emotions, but know that you are more than these emotions. You're an infinite being that is indestructible. You are the silent knowing behind the 3 different parts of your being. Okay? So as you understand and know this reality, you can walk through life in a completely different way. And now I'm going to show you, we're going to do a quick little exercise for me to help you understand and wrap your mind around the truth that you're not just a body, that you have a body, that you are a soul, which is the emotional memory, the emotional driving force of your body, and that you are the silent knowing, you are the spirit, you're the infinite intelligence behind this reasoning and logical faculty. You are the knowing that's staring through the glove of your physical body. And when you know this, you can hear your thoughts, and you can step out of them and understand that that's just my reasoning faculty trying to help me deal with things by associating and judging and trying to have me identify with things that have happened. But as I know who I am and my truest nature, I'm so much more than the explanations that this logical side of my personality is trying to come up with. So you let the logical side of your personality try and explain it, and you just kind of you just watch and you wait. And then the logical side of your personality goes, okay, he knows that he's more than all of this. She knows that she's more than all of this, and that she's truly an infinite being. She's more than this. Just these logical reasons, these identities that I come up with based on things that have happened. Because in all actuality, no matter what's happened to you in your past, if you're watching this video with me, you're here. You did not get destroyed. We're sharing this energy. We're sharing this time. You're here with me right now. You are, in reality, okay. And I'm not just saying these empty words. I've dealt with traumas. I've been to war. I've dealt with losses. I'll tell you a story later on where I believe I died and came back by the grace of God. I got hit with 62 pounds of homemade explosives directly. And that's something I go into in a later teaching, but these aren't empty words. We've all dealt with pain. Everyone's dealt with pain. I've dealt with legitimate pains of death in my life, specifically. But what I'm telling you is going to empower you and is going to help you. And it helps many people that I've worked with. So get ready for an exercise. Just sit back, relax. And in the next chapter, I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to help you stretch your consciousness and your degree of consciousness about what's really going on in your reality and who you are. All right, so for this exercise, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I just need you to breathe. As you breathe, I'm going to talk to you and just think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying and really, really, really think about what I'm saying. That's all right? So you're going to need to keep breathing while I'm talking. So let's start off. In for 4 seconds, hold it for 2, out for 4 seconds. In for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2, out for 4 seconds. In for 4 seconds. Come on, breathe with me, relax with me. In for 4 seconds. Out for 4 seconds. Hey, if I'm a manly man's man, if I'm doing it, you can do it too. Come on, in. Hold it, out. Now I want you to keep on breathing and just listen to what I'm saying to you. Just think about what I'm talking with you about. In, All right, so as you breathe, I want you to pay attention to your own body. Pay attention to your body and listen to your breath. And I want you to notice the reality of what's taking place right now as you continue to breathe. What's happening right now? Air, oxygen is entering your body. Oxygen is holding there and then it's exiting your body. Energy, air is what? Entering your body. Think about that. It's entering your body. And see the truth in that. See the reality of that. When something's yours, it's not who you are. It's a possession. When something's yours, it's your belonging. And this is to start to see the truth. And the joke really is that this truth is all around you, always all around you. We speak about this truth all the time. Keep breathing and listen to your breath as it enters your body. You are a spirit who has a soul, who is in possession of a body. And that is what's truly going on. Now, as you continue breathing, know that you are the hand inside of the glove. You are the still, infinite, powerful knowing that is staring at me right now from behind the veil of a physical element. You're the hand within the glove. And as you breathe, you know that you personally, as the knowing, as the being, you're not breathing. You don't need to breathe. You're the knowing. You feel your body breathing, but you don't need to breathe. Right? You can feel your possession, your body breathing, but you're just watching. You're just knowing. You're just being. You're being. And that's because you are a being, not a doing. To breathe is to do. To be is to exist. To have the power to create. That is why you don't get in your life what you want. You get in your life what's in alignment with who you've become. You will always live the life that's in alignment and congruent with who you are, not who you want to be. So as a being, you create a reality that's in alignment with you. As a being, you do things. Yes, your body does things. Your body breathes. But you are behind everything. You are knowing everything. You're watching everything. And you are. And that is the beauty of stepping into reality. Stepping into the present moment. Stepping into the fact that you are a being. You're not attached to what's happened. You're not attached to what will happen. You're not attached to anything that you've acquired. You're not attached to any of these things. You are special now in this moment. You are powerful now in this moment for what you can do. You represent potential. You represent sheer raw potential in its most infinite and powerful expression as a human being. That is the most amazing expression of potential power. We have harnessed the airs. We have harnessed the ocean. We have harnessed the power of our world in many ways. And for that, just you being here in order to being alive and able to represent, that is why you're powerful. So step into that now. Know that you are the knowing. Feel that. The infinite power that is bringing life to this physical expression of you. The thing that moves this, that controls this. This is your moment. This is your time to step into and own that, the reality of that. That you're so much more than anything that's happened, and you're so much more than anything that can happen, because as you're here, you are successful, and you are able, you're here, you're infinite, and you're undestroyable. Step into that, own that truth, and step away from identification with things that have happened in your past, and step away from the fear of things that will happen, and know who you are in this moment. Stay in reality. In this moment, use all your power to do what's necessary. So the next moment is the way you want it, because you are in charge. And based on your belief, you are creating now. You're here because of the sum total of the decisions you've made. That's why you're here. Knowing that truth, move forward and make decisions deliberately. in alignment with what you want to create. And that's how I'm going to serve you today. Living a life of purpose. That's what I want to serve you with, is understanding who you are so you can create deliberately. And now's your time to be free. Now is your time to be empowered to do. Now is your time to create. Now is the most amazing time of your whole entire life, if only because you've realized that, boom, I'm creating this thing, I'm in charge of this thing, I'm driving this thing. I control the glove, and I'm here. And I'm here with you to help you do it. And I'm honored that you'd give me this opportunity. So for the practical application, for practical application, the implementation of the principles within this, I want you to accept that truth. Accept that truth that you are an infinite being. Accept the reality that you are that thing, the knowing behind the glove. And then I want to encourage you to be mindful. I want to encourage you to move through life and let go of the past and let go of, and not cling to what could maybe happen in the future. Let go of all of it and do what's necessary now in today's present moment, and know that the only way that the fear and pain of the past can grow and stay alive in your current reality, the only way it can stay with you is if you focus on it and you give it your power to create the thing you create reality with, which is belief. If you give it belief, if you give it consciousness, you will create it. Remember the phantom DNA experiment. If you give it consciousness, the things that happened to you in the past, you will create it. Don't try and fight your emotions. Get present with your emotions. Get present with your thoughts. Step away, watch your thoughts, listen to them. Know that they're not you. They're just part of you trying to figure out and make sense of everything. Know that you don't need to make sense of everything. That you're still an infinite being and you're successful and you're valuable now, no matter what. So, practical application to apply these principles that I've empowered you with. Know who you are and guard your thoughts. Stay in the present moment. Look to the past to learn. The past is data. It's dead information. Do not identify with it. Look to the past to learn, and look to the future to know and learn what to create. It's also data, but you're here emotionally, energetically, present now as a being, not a doing. So guard your mind, guard your thoughts. Leave comments. Leave comments on the videos and allow me to help you and serve you with the practical application of these principles. Allow me to help you step past anything you're having blockages with. Thank you to the people that left comments last time, and it's my honor and privilege to serve you in this way. So, ladies and gentlemen, and also moving forward to the next video, man, the next video is also life-changing. Ladies and gentlemen, when you understand the power of surrender. See, now that you know you're a being, and it's not about what you do, it's about understanding your identity, what you can do, who you are. Now you can go into surrender, which is the next step up, which is even more powerful. And understanding how everything in this world is driven by potential, and how to unlock that potential. How to actually let that potential unlock for you and unfold for you. It's amazing stuff. It's powerful stuff. I can guarantee you that if you can apply what I trained you and taught you and showed you today, your life will be different moving forward. And I can guarantee you that in this next video, if you can apply what I'm going to bring to you in the next video, your life will be different moving forward. It will be much more positively empowered. So it is with profound joy that I just get to say thank you for spending this time with me. And until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you. I want to empower you. I want to inspire you to find your purpose, live with passion, and reach your destiny. Thank you.